Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another episode of Quran in English. My name is Ahmad, and I'm happy to take you through the final section of Surah Al-Qasas, the chapter of the stories. I'm not going to go from star to star, aka I'm not going to go across the chapters because I just don't have the time today. It's day 3 of Ramadan, and I'm already struggling with sleep and regulating. Anyway, what are we doing here? I'm reading the Quran in Arabic, discussing it in English, and I'm trying to learn. That's all you need to know. Alright, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فبغى عليهم وآتيناه من الكنوز ما إن مفاتيحه لتنوء بالعصبة أولي القوة إذ قال له قومه لا تفرح إن الله لا يحب الفرحين. Indeed, Qarun. Now you might recognize that name. Here they've translated it to Korah. Qarun and Harun, right? That was the names of the Cain and Abel? Names of Cain and Abel in Arabic. No, Qabil and Habil. Who the fuck was Qarun and Harun? Guys, when I lack of sleep. Anyway, his name is Qarun. Qarun or Harun? I don't know. Maybe I was reading about Moses' Pharaoh's Harun, and so I was like Qarun Harun. Anyway, Korah. Which, if you look at, I mean, they give you a footnote, but there's no point in the footnote because they're about to describe what he's going to do anyway, and the footnote just describes what he's going to do. So let's just read the verse. Indeed, Qarun was from the people of Moses, but he oppressed them. He oppressed Moses and the Israelites. We gave Qarun the treasures, indeed, which its keys would burden the company of men that possess great strength. Like their keys, the metaphor is that the keys of these treasures are so heavy that even the strongest men couldn't lift them. That's kind of like this is how much we gave Qarun. And then when said to him, when his people said to him, do not, here they say don't be prideful, which is wrong. Do not exalt. The exact translation is, قَوْمُهُ لَا تَفْرَحْ. His people should not rejoice. His people said should not rejoice. You should not. Farah is happiness, is joy, is like. So they're saying don't be happy, and there's a reason for it. And but it continues saying, indeed, God does not love. So if you translate it to happy, God does not love the happy. You're like, huh? What is being said here? God doesn't want us to be happy. In a way, no. God doesn't want us to be happy. And let me explain. The concept of mindfulness is not sold to the Quran. And mindfulness in a Buddhist mentality is to be mindful of sad as well as to be mindful of happy. Because feeling either extreme keeps you off balance and off centered. And if you feel happy, you go, oh my God, I'm really happy and everything's great and fantastic. Then when things start going bad, you start going, whoa, what the hell? I was happy and now I'm not happy anymore. And then like you start tumbling down, and then it'll like create a compound effect, and then you get sad. And then when you get really sad, you're like, oh, I used to be happy, but now I'm super sad. And it's like this idea of like bouncing between these extremes is not good for you. The idea of being mindful is to be somewhere in the middle, to be like, oh, these are good things my way. You know, still embrace them, still enjoy them, still get the satisfaction, but don't let yourself be overrun with the happiness. Don't let yourself be overrun, especially when it comes to things that you receive. If you receive something and just, oh my God, I'm amazing, then it creates a window of opportunity for your ego to take the better of you. And we know who runs the ego. La Satana, Satan, Shaitan, the devil. So there is a lesson to be not too happy. And when things are going well in your life, be mindful and be, you know, always. This is why they always say keep God in mind. Ittaqullah, keep God in mind, is that whatever good you get, keep God in mind, because the more that you're given, the more that you have to give. In order for you to not تفرح لا تفرح, to not be happy. I like the word here, not rejoicing, because it's not about happiness, but it is about rejoicing. It's about like receiving something and being like happy with what you've received, so to speak. وابتغي فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة وابتغي فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة ولا تنسى نصيبك من الدنيا وأحسن كما أحسن الله عليك وأحسن كما أحسن الله إليك ولا تبغي الفساد في الأرض إن الله لا يحب المفسدين. And it says, don't rejoice in what you've been given. Seek through what God has given you the home of the hereafter. Whatever you've been given, remind yourself that, the answer from a Quranic perspective is that you always have to keep heaven in mind, and that you're always kind of thinking of the whole point of life, and whatever you get in this life is just decorative, whereas you're aiming for the afterlife. So try to be good for something that exists beyond what we can see and feel. There are other philosophies that achieve the same thing, of like being mindful so that you're not off center, being mindful so that you're keeping the grander ecosystem at play, so that you can keep your ego in check. The Quranic answer is to keep the hereafter in mind, which is very, very tough, to keep the hereafter in mind for your whole life when you don't actually ever see the hereafter. That's a challenge, to say the least. It's crazy, is another statement. But anyway, and then it importantly says, and do not forget your share from this world. So the Quran's answer is not that, okay, you should throw away all good things that come your way, throw it all out, don't accept anything, only think of the hereafter. No, it's a balance. 50% this world, 50% the world after. Like, you kind of have to, at least that's how I introduce, 50% self, 50% the world, 50% self, 50% God. Like, it's a kind of, you have to nurture both. You have to take care of yourself. You are a human that's going to live through this earth. You have needs, you have desires, and you can enjoy. Like, the whole point isn't that you shouldn't enjoy, but it's just, don't let it overcome you. And we're going to see an example of what it means for it to overcome you. And it says, and do good as God has been good to you, which kind of is keeping God in mind at all times. And do not seek corruption in the earth. Indeed, God does not love the corruptors. Yeah. All right, what did Qarun say? قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي أولم يعلم أن الله قد أهلك من قبله من القرون من هو أشد منه قوة وأكثر جمعا ولا يسأل عن ذنوبهم المجرمون. But Qarun said, I was only given to it because I had a specific knowledge. I figured out the system. That's why I got what I got, because I'm special. And then the rhetorical questions. Did he not know that God has destroyed from before him many generations which are stronger than him in strength and more than him in they've gathered more wealth than him? This is the Quran's way of saying, you think you're hot shit? You think you're special? There were bigger and stronger people, and they behinds handed to them. I don't know. Should I be swearing? Definitely not during Ramadan. It's just how I express myself. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to show anger. I don't know. Let's not get okay. Point being, bigger people have fallen. Much better people have fallen before you. Don't think that you are special. And that's a statement that goes out to everybody today. Everybody that is out there in the world that thinks that, oh, جمع مال معددة. He's collected money and counted it. He's like, oh, look at all these things that I have. Yeah. It's not going to keep you safe. And if God wants... And you've seen it time and time again. Like, it's not just what we're about to see. People can lose lots of things to cancer, to death, to divorce. You think that you have everything, and you think that you're secure, and then life gets you. Life also gives you a lot, but then life also gets you. So, you know. ولا يسأل عن ذنوبهم Oh, sorry, I was doing the Arabic. And the criminals will not be asked about their sins. There will be no need for the wicked to ask about their sins. I didn't like this footnote either, since their sins are already known to Allah and written in a perfect record. I think the criminals will not be asked about their sins. Why? My brain can't right now. This is also a part of me, what I'm thinking as I'm recording these episodes. The more that I record these every day, the harder it is for me to give full focus and maintain, especially during Ramadan. So last Ramadan I was not working, so working and reading. Okay, but if I can do it, it'll be good. Let me keep trying. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have a problem with what I'm doing, or if you wish for me to continue, because it is a lot of work. Anyway, فخرج على قومه في زينته قال الذين يريدون الحياة الدنيا يا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون إنه لذو حظ عظيم. So Qarun came out to his people in his adornment, wearing all of his glitters and golds. And those that want the desire, the worldly life, said, oh, would it be that for us it was like what was given to Qarun? Indeed, he is the owner of a fortune that is great. He's lucky man. We talked about the analogy of you don't know what's good, you don't know what's bad. Hang on a second, you don't know what's lucky. And we're about to see it. وقال الذين أوتوا العلم ويلكم ثواب الله خير لمن آمن. I want to say it with the right cadence. وقال الذين أوتوا العلم ويلكم ثواب الله خير لمن آمن وعمل صالحا ولا يلقاها إلا الصابرون. But those that were given the knowledge that we are all researching today, the knowledge that this all belongs to God. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are all to God and we are to Him returning. They said, woe to you! The reward of God is better for he who believes, and for the one who believes and does good deeds, and does not. None will attain this except the patient ones. لا يلقاها يلقاها. Okay. Yeah. So those gifted with knowledge. I mean, gifted is a big word. Those who were given knowledge say, shame on you. God's reward is better for those who believe and do good, but none will attain this except the steadfast. فخسفنا به وبداره الأرض فما كان له من فئة ينصرونه من دون الله وما كان من المنتصرين. Casual. So we caused the earth to swallow him and his home. The earth literally went swallowed him and his home. then it was not for him of any group to. No group could help him from besides God, and وما كان من المصطفين, and he was not of the ones who could defend themselves. He was not. It also could be like the victor. Anyway, the earth swallowed him up, and nobody could help him but God. But God didn't help him because God wanted him to be swallowed up. Which a lot of times I get frustrated of, like, why are these punishments way back when? But we'll talk about that in a second. Way back when, and as in not today. Where are they today? Give it to me. I wish for it. أتستعجلون بالسيئة قبل الحسنة. Do you hasten with the negative or the bad before the good? Sorry. وأصبح الذين تمنوا مكانه بالأمس يقولون وكأن الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر لولا أن من الله علينا لخسف بنا وكأنه لا يفلح الكافرون. See what I'm talking about like tired and reading, and my reading ability is definitely worse. Anyway, the ones who wished his position yesterday began saying that God extends his provisions for whom he wills from his slaves, and he restricts it. Okay, so after they see that he passed away, they say that, God gives it to whom he wills, and he restricts it. So they learned the lesson, because they said, if it had not been as a favor from God upon us, it would have caused the earth to swallow us as well. And it seems that God does not succeed the disbelievers. So through this process of the earth swallowing up this arrogant man who thinks that he was untouchable, faith was shared. Which then begs the question. If it can have that much of an influence, why is God not constantly showing this type of thing? Punishing the corrupt. Why is the world not full of this type of justice? It's a very good question. I thought I had an answer to it, so let's keep reading. تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين. That is the that home in the hereafter, we assign it to those who do not want exaltedness in the earth and not corruption. And the good end is for the righteous, the mindful, al-muttaqeen. There's that word taqwa again, being mindful of God, which is kind of the whole point. A lot of Buddhist philosophies and Muslim philosophies align because mindfulness is the focus. Don't be too happy, don't be too sad, always be mindful, always, in this case, always keep God in mind, and you'll be able to be mindful. In other philosophies, they get to it in different ways. من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها ومن جاء بالسيئة فلا يجزى الذين عملوا السيئات إلا ما كانوا يعملون. Whoever comes with a good deed, then it is for him better than that. Whoever comes with a good deed, then he will get something better than that. Whoever comes with an evil deed, then he will not be recompensed for those who do. فلا يجزى الذين. And whoever comes with a bad deed, in this scenario, it will not be recompensed those who do bad deeds except for what they used to do. So if you do good, you get better. If you do bad, you get the exact reward of what that bad that you used to do. And that's kind of the justice that's being said. But the whole point of the Quran is not that the justice is being delivered in the hereafter, but is not that the justice will be delivered in this world necessarily, but it will be delivered in the hereafter. إن الذي فرض عليك القرآن لرادك إلى معاد قل ربي أعلم من جاء بالهدى ومن هو في ضلال مبين. Indeed, the one who has ordained upon you the Quran will surely take you back to the place of return. Say, my Lord knows best who has come with guidance and who is in an error that is led astray. This verse was revealed to the Prophet when he was on the way to Medina, immigrating from Mecca after years of persecution. Eventually, the Prophet returned to Mecca, and the majority of its people accepted Islam. Oh, okay. So this was at the time of the reveal, because first the Prophet was in Mecca, and he grew up, and that's where the Quran was revealed to him for some time, and then he had to leave because the people wanted to kill him, so he went to Medina. But this is kind of telling him, لَرَادُّكَ إِلَى مَعَادٍ. Here they're saying that they're taking you back to a place of return. They're saying taking you back home to Mecca. But I can see it as a more wholesome sense. We are all going back to God, are we not? I think it can be both, right? It can be going back to Mecca, sure, but it could also be going back to God. It just says take you back to a place of return. Mecca makes a lot of sense. وما كنت ترجو أن يلقى إليك الكتاب إلا رحمة من ربك فلا تكونن ظهيرا للكافرين. And you were not expecting that it would be sent down upon you the book, except as a mercy from your Lord, so that you be an assistance for the disbelievers. So so do not be an assistant for the disbelievers. You never expected this book to be revealed to you, but it's only mercy from your Lord, so don't side with the disbelievers. It's kind of strengthening the Prophet to hold fast, because it's hard to spread the religion and believe in it when you don't have these things in sight. ولا يصدنك عن آيات الله بعد إذ أنزلت إليك وادع إلى ربك ولا تكونن من المشركين. And let it not hinder you from the verses of God after it has been revealed to you, and invite people to God, to your Lord, and do not be from the polytheists. Never be one of the polytheists. And the last verse for today, ولا تدعوا مع الله إلها آخر لا إله إلا هو كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه له الحكم وإليه ترجعون. And do not invoke with God any other God except Him. Everything will be destroyed except His face. Which I think this is a lot deeper of a statement than we realize. Like, it's going to be an aha moment at the end of time. You know what I mean? له الحكم وإليه ترجعون. For him is the decision, the judgment, the authority, the rule, and to him you will be returned. Again, that concept of returning, this kind of always feel like you are coming back to him. It's all coming back to me. Except his face. Yeah, it specifically says his face. So, yeah. Anyway, the reason why I'm stopping here and not at the next chapter is because as you see, there's a lot of light outside. So I didn't record this episode right after Fajr, which I have my own opinions. Why do we start fasting for Fajr? Because that's not the time that the Quran says. The Quran says the white string and the black string, so like it's wrong. But anyway, I'm so combative. Point being, I'm recording these every day, which means my reading quality is dropping and my reflecting quality is dropping. So I really would like to know from you guys, do you want me to read and write? Do a verse, do a section every day during Ramadan, albeit they'll be weaker quality, or should I take a day off, or every other day? What do you think? Are you enjoying this type of process? Am I enjoying this type of process? It's not so much that I'm enjoying it, it's that I want it to be done. It's kind of the same thing with Ramadan, right? It's not like you enjoy the process of fasting, but at the end of it all, you are happy with the result that you've done. Okay, I've convinced myself I'm going to record a Quran episode every day. But tomorrow, how am I going to do it? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Tawakkaltu ala Allah. In God I put my trust. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Sadaq Allah al-Ali al-Azim. Welcome to my internal monologue. External dialogue. Alright. See you guys. Inshallah tomorrow. Inshallah. I have no idea how, but inshallah tomorrow. Somehow, some way, by the grace of God, tomorrow I will release a Quran episode. Inshallah, if God is willing. Alright, ma'as salam. Bye. Bye.